Hello, gamers. Hello, noobs. This time, I'm with a proud owner of the novice rank for 100 games played, a young blood that came to us from SH. SH Tourney moderator. His competitive spirit fuels the games he's playing. Member of the Spirit of Bassam, Raf.
Hello there. What an
Uh,
amazing intro. Amazing. Really encapsulates.
Alright, so let's jump into this game. This is a duo. So we have those 5 players, and each of them have a coach. I would also like to mention that Handshake was a coach in one of the previous duo games, and now he's playing the game himself.
Yeah, thought that was interesting. Last time it was Treyway playing, and then he was coaching Trey, but maybe they have like stern coaching or something.
This time, I would say it's Crouton. It's Crouton is
Oh,
still taking.
Crouton. Yeah. Let's
So
see.
the players are Lamarcus, Swoles, Evie, Fiercey, Handshake, and Squirrel and Merlin.
Yeah, two SH players and then a lobby full of Avalon players. So see how that turns out.
Well,
Although Lamarcus knows how to hold his own, I will say.
1.1 is already very interesting. On picking 1.6 is very sus, because 1.6 is the weakest seat in M1s, and 1.1 is kind of starting everything. So he's off picking, 1.2 is off picking 1.3, 1.4, so we can probably expect him to off pick 1.5, 1.1, preferably, or 1.5, maybe even Swolts, but this would be Racing 1.4. So those are the two picks that I would expect to happen now. And yes, he does the first pick that I mentioned. This pick is pretty much saying 1.4, you do something about this game. Because 1.4 right now is going to be claiming new information and is going to set up the entire game, to be frank.
Yeah. Kind of decides who 1-5 is picking. And I'll see those mission twos after. Let's see here.
1.3 is being off approved by Squirrelin. This is also something. He doesn't
Yeah.
say M1s, and you like those M1s SM, and Handshake is talking to him, and then he off approves. Let's look
Oh,
in
he says it's a
PR.
misclick.
Or Mystic. Or Mystic
The
Trust.
classic misclick.
Fucking trust.
My goodness. Squirrelin has a tendency to misclick assumes. He did it last game he played in as well. So, I
That's a
don't know.
very good point. Yes, it was 2.1 picked by Tom. No, picked by someone. It was picked by
God, it was a
I
duo game from this morning. How can I figure that out?
know that Skrillin was here, and here was Xander, and this was Giselle, and I completely forgot who was 2.1. Right? No, doesn't matter. We have 1.4 picked. It's Evie and Lamarcus. So just resting 1.3. I don't think this is a good pick from Fiercey. I would probably unpick Squirrelin because Handshake was talking to Squirrelin. Yeah, and Squirrelin is doing. I mean, Handshake is unpicking Squirrelin, but I feel like 1.4 should be just unpicking Squirrelin.
Yeah. Oh, that's a little weird. My young blood senses are tingling.
Squirrelin, what will you show us here? He should be picking Handshake and Lamarcus because of 1.3, and I honestly dislike 1.4, but I can see the argument for I want to pick Fiercey because Fiercey is 2.5, but then I would remove Handshake. With 1.4, I would just kind of assume that Fiercey didn't want to pick Squirrelin, or maybe didn't notice
Oh,
that.
yeah, this is kind of weak. I'm not sure why he picks Hammer with
Well,
mission 1.
they might be just we are really going deep here, and those people could be this guy could be Merlin, and he's like, what do I do here? Let's pick a 1+1. Those picks are very, how can you say this, lazy. Just push the game further. If people claim a lot of information early, then you leave a lot of space for gaslighting, like, what the fuck did you do? It was clean setup, or and people really can start doubting themselves.
Oh yeah, seen many times they get to mission 3 and someone pays clean later, but it gets rejected because like yeah, they just already shading a different mission from M1 or M2.
Yeah, so newer players, I feel like doing what Squirrelin did is very okay. And, just keep the game to minimum. Keep it very simple so it's easier to solve. You can focus on stuff that really matters, like M3s, votes, and like what is clean from M1s, and just add to M1 if you
Yeah.
shouldn't accuse, because sometimes it's obvious that you should accuse. Like if you're off approved with 1.5 by 1.4, then you accuse.
Huh. Lamarcus picks M1 plus himself.
Yeah, it was 1.3, which was off approved by Squirrelin. So Eevee is no, I think everyone will add to this one. Yeah, Swalls can be like it's anti-Lamarcus Eevee, which would make sense. But 1.1 in Lamarcus Eevee is a huge throw because this player is pretty new. I don't think people will be like he can be mm, setting up clean, right? He could be just setting up clean
Yeah.
and losing because of that, losing missions at least. No coach. Oh yes, you can't talk about the coaches. This is a very good point, first of all.
Squirrelin committing war
And
crimes. Oh dear.
yeah, so Handshake is leaving Fiercely off because I love to think about 3.1. Always when I pick 1.5, I think about 3.1. 1.5 doesn't really matter if you think about it. It gets accused very often, you get left, and it doesn't win you the game. Clean M2 wins you the game, clean M3 wins you the game. That's why I instantly start thinking about what happens in 3.1 when I pick 1.5. So let's think. If I'm Handshake, I'm not going to pick Fiercey on fail. I keep Squirrelin. I probably pick Lamarcus and Swalls
First fail. Yeah.
and Eevee. I would pick anti-Fiercey and Swalls.
And so yeah, Lamarcus should be probably brought to mission 3. It's pretty res.
If Handshake is res, he should be picking this team. Accuse him once after. Squirrelin should be spying Handshake. Handshake should be reaching Fiercey, most likely, after this team fails. Squirrelin, why did you want 2.1? What?
It is 2-1. Let's see.
They're
Oh.
just adding to him one.
It's just the same. That's just the same, yeah. I'm not sure why. That's a question. 1-2. Swole says Eevee and Thirsty. Huh.
I don't know what he's thinking about. This is probably this mistake. He wasn't thinking about what he's going to pick during whole MTUs. So this MTU is a very huge period of time where people are just, if you're 3.1, a VT, and you want to solve, you can use this space. You get no new info from people adding to M2. You just get info that says M1s are probably good because people are just by repicking, adding to M1, they're reinforcing what M1 said. And he didn't use that
Yeah.
time. So this stalling usually unmerlins you. So if he slams clean after like 5 seconds, maybe 10 seconds, then he can still look very Merlin. But if you stall and stall and stall and stall, that unmerlins you. Yeah, and
Huh.
nothing happens.
Squirrelin is definitely talking some very interesting points. Very interesting.
He doesn't pick Lamarcus because of this chat, and I can see that. Maybe it was good that he was waiting because he got some new info that Lamarcus is shading Squirrelin. But if Lamarcus is shading Squirrelin, is it because it's 1-4, 1-6, and he's Merlin on picking a spy because 1-4 would be a spy hammer anyway? Yeah, and then square. This is a good pick. But Eevee is stolen.
Oh
Why
dear.
is he stalling? So this fails. Handshake Spice Squirrelin and Handshake Res Fiercey.
I would say if
Or
this
is
fails as well, for sure. I would probably call LaMarcus Rez if this fails as well. Like I don't think
yeah,
he's
and Lamarcus. I'm just thinking that probably Handshake will be a spy because resting Fiercey is probably what he should do. He doesn't share just any teams with Squirrelin after this fails.
Thirsty's asking for Squirrelin's pick in chat.
For the time being,
And
it
LaMarcus
hasn't.
is continually shading Squirrelin.
Well, I mean, Fiercey is off the pick. This would be his hammer, though. Handshake, you're quite sure about everyone. This is whatever chat. Not happy about that logic, Squirrelin. But this sounds spyish. Why is he still talking to Squirrelin? Well, it just means Squirrelin is probably more Ras.
Hmm.
This isn't
Eevee
really
rejects.
spying Squirrelin. It's like he's still talking to Squirrelin like he wants to gaslight him into rassing him.
It sounds like he's trying to what do you call it? Oh, he's not even accusing him. He wants to gain info from him.
He's shading
And
him.
that's yeah.
At least he was shading him
Wonder what he
here.
could possibly learn. Not sure.
Squirrelin, what do you
M2
want to
failed,
do?
yeah.
I wouldn't pick Handshake because this is his only team. Or maybe he'd pick... Yeah, I would probably pick right hand side and Eevee. If we are picking Fiercey... No, but why is Fiercey talking? So imagine that Fiercey's Merlin and Handshake has picked Square. Why does he feel the need to say, oh, Squirrelin, I want to see your pick? Like, he wants to make Squirrelin reject when he would get Hammer. Because Lamarcus is a spy, and he doesn't want Lamarcus to be off missions. So, yeah, I guess if I'm Percival, and I can see that team, Handshake Lamarcus spy team, or Fiercey Handshake. Well, Eevee should definitely be picked on this 3.2. What next? People are really talking this game, and it's been only 3.1. You were hoping for. Handshake says that Eevee assumes bottom ones. What team is? Oh, well, that's a very good play from Handshake. He kinda just run out of teams after Square. That's why I marked him red. And he then says that the conf res person after that would be claiming bottom ones because they would share a team. It's a good play from Handshake. Damn, he sounds res. Fuck it. I'm gonna say that I'm cheap by him.
Shake by handshake emoji.
Yeah, I'm sheep by the bad day chat.
You think
By the chat, definitely.
handshake and Eevee both two res? Possible in some worlds, but maybe not.
I really
Uh,
dislike how fierce he's chatting this game. But then Squirrelin would be Ras as well. Why was Square rejected? Right, maybe even
Eevee rejected
even.
it.
Yeah, so maybe he
Yeah.
just rejected clean. So you're resting handshake.
Uh, Man, I don't even know what Squirrelin's going on about either.
Well, I guess this team also exists. But I said that this should be picked on 3.1. I specifically said this team, but then Squirrel and Lamarcus were like shading each other for no fucking reason. Does this have bottom
Yeah.
ones? I guess 1-3. Yeah. Oh,
Oh, this is an interesting pick. Hello?
he's being sheeved by Fiercey. Yeah, this pick is making Eevee confess, but 3.1. Hello. Eevee with random reject. A spy on 3.1. I don't know. I don't think so. The Squirrelin is a clown, but this pick is making Fiercey look more Russ.
Oh, dude, I don't even this. I kind of mega disagree with this pick. I'll be honest. I don't think this is ever a
Yeah,
team. It could be,
that's
but
why
like,
I'm saying that this pick makes Fiercey look more Russ. After we have Handshake as Russ and Clean and failed MT. Oh. As solo approve. Hello, Mr. Percival. You just picked Morgana's team. I mean, if he's Resident Fierce, he's Morgana, but I honestly don't know. I think that Lamarcus and Eevee, but then Lamarcus is talking to Squirrelin all the time. Left hand side and Swalls, that would be a meme. That would be a real meme, and a huge throw by Handshake in him once. Okay. Yep. Let's go with it, but then why are you talking to Squirrelin Lamarcus all game if that's clean? Man, I would just start picking Fiercey now. He rejects the dirt. Squirrelin is picking dirt. So I would start dressing Fiercey. I would probably remove Lamarcus and fuck it. Or maybe left hand side in Lamarcus.
interesting. Only one certainty exists in this game, and that's Eevee's probably res. Eevee and Thirsty, most likely.
I have no idea about Swolls this game. He upped 3.1, but like, come on. Rejecting 3.1? How are you rejecting 3.1, Eevee? If you're listening to this, send me a DM.
Send me a DM and then show up on the next video. Come on. Explain.
Handshake is raging this. No, okay, I can see why. I can see why because look, Lamarcus is talking to Squirrelin, and he might be picking this because he wants to give Hammer to Squirrelin. This failing makes Squirrelin from his POV confess, because Fiercey was also talking to Squirrelin. That I want to see your pick, Squirrelin, or something like that. The most fucking stupid, dumb chat that you can ever imagine. But then he fucking picks 3.2, solo apt.
Trying to go back and make it look like it could be
Alright,
square, but
yeah,
Eevee rejected.
we have 6 people. Marked green. Marked resisted. We just made a full circle. I mean, I honestly have no idea. Eevee's rejecting square really complicates the game a lot. That's why I dislike people hero rejecting something that's very viable, because now we have to go like, we have to draw all of the conclusions from the picks, and still we have to consider that clean could have been thrown.
Hmm.
One
This is
but
interesting.
1.2. What team are claiming Clemente? Bottom ones, so very bottom ones. Who's Merlin on this team? Eevee? Yeah, Eevee. Eevee would be Merlin on this team. I wanted to see free because Fiercey was racing Squirrelin. Yes, I know, Lamarcus. But you are talking to Squirrelin all game. So you're looking mighty sus.
Well,
Mr.
at least he has the
Lamarcus.
logic, and that was completely
Oh,
rejected as well.
yes.
Dude,
I mean,
what is this game?
you know what's funny? I just said that Eevee is the only Merlin on this team, and he's the only one picked for it. Yay! Yikes!
Eevee's like, I can't repick it now. It's impossible.
He's like, fuck. Who the fuck
My
is
entire team
Percival?
rejected it.
Who the fuck is Percival? Where? Come on. Okay, Fiercey is like, okay, please get him out of this fucking game.
Thirsty says, looks like Handshake's more
Yeah,
res
he's
than I
like,
initially thought.
He's all over the place. But like, I would give it Fiercely a chance by removing him from this pick. But like, he's not conf spy. He's just the most spy-looking person on the table, I'd say, because he rests Handshake, he rests Squirrelin, and fucking M2 failed. So,
Yeah.
what do you pick here, Evie? It's probably this. It's probably this because Swolls is going to have Hammer on fail. Pick this team. But Swolls has just pick rejected. Come on, I hate those picks. To be frank, I hate both Squirrelin and Swolls. Could be like left hand side Lamarcus. I really dislike 3.2, 3.4.
Whatever the team is, man, I'll be confused after. There's some interesting stuff in this game.
I think this is the best pick, but left hand side and Lamarcus exists. You just are always picking Handshake and Lamarcus this time. Like left hand side and Swolls. No, I don't think this happens with 1.1 and the Handshake's chat. And 3.2 is just fucking poor. Yeah, so Handshake, Eevee. Who's HS? HS. Handshake emoji, probably. I think Swolls is Res. Come on, Lamarcus. Why are you outing? What is this? How is he saying that Swolls is Res? Probably. What team is he claiming? Is he actually claiming anti-Fiercy and Squirrel Merlin? And Swolls is just like unable to pick clean for some reason? Because I'm sure that we just mentioned that pick. Oh, it happened on 3-3. So yeah. Right hand side and Eevee.
I'm not sure what this accomplishes, I'll be honest.
This
Oh
game is a
dear.
tragedy. I have no idea what Res are doing now. Honestly, this surely doubles. Yes, this surely doubles Mr. I rest handshake emoji and I'm off with him. And you know what's funny?
Skulls' resident
Is that
handshake.
we actually had a good read on handshake at the start of M3s with that chat.
Okay, it looks like res. They're all resin handshake, so handshake emoji is confirmed res. That's fun.
A lot of
Interesting.
very bad M3s, a lot of very, very poor M3 picks from Res team this game. I'm gonna stay with handshake emoji and Eevee as Res. And I think this poor team was picked because Lamarcus was just all over the place resting Swolls. It could be left hand side and Lamarcus, or it could be what we have highlighted as of right now. So
Imagine a team being anti-Lamarcus Swolls, though. I didn't. Maybe that's possible. No, I don't think that's possible.
Lamarcus Swolls, well, but we have him too failing.
Oh, that's right. It can't be because of that. Let's go. Why is so Lamarcus is running Swolls? I don't think Square is a team unless I don't know Eevee's VT rejecting it on 3-1.
But Lamarcus is making mistakes this game.
Yeah, I think Lamarcus is probably making mistakes this game.
M-frame.
It could be the green guys you highlighted in M3. Eevee, Handshake, Squirrelin, and Lamarcus, but that's kind of weird.
To be frank, at one point we had everyone highlighted green. Eevee, Handshake, Lamarcus, and who was the last person you mentioned?
I think Squirrelin probably.
Merlin.
I'm not too sure though. I mean, like Thirsty and Lamarcus are both talking to Squirrelin all of M3. Who knows for what godforsaken reason? And now they're resing Handshake, so I don't know what's going on. It could be
Lamarcus
Handshake,
is
Eevee,
buying
and Lamarcus the
Squirrelin.
same. Oh, now he's calling Squirrelin not good. Interesting.
Maybe
So
it's
now
just
we
Square,
might have to shut it
honestly.
down.
It could be just Square.
Square and Eevee rejected it in M1, M3-1.
That's why
Interesting.
this team is so bad. Because he said VT, he's like, oh god, oh boys, I claimed Merlin, let's fucking go with it. I'm gonna be Merlin on nonsense team. I would pick left hand side and Lamarcus if he wants to like go crazy on 3.5. I would never. Oh, Lamarcus rests Swolls. So I would remove Lamarcus and fucking left anti handshake Lamarcus.
Yeah, but
Handshake.
everyone's rezzing handshake. Like, surely not all of them are like just res, and then he's just a spy. Like, there's definitely something going on there.
I mean,
I'm thinking,
handshake was sounding very good, and he rejected a team that would give. I mean, he solo rejected 3.3.
apparently Lamarcus had spied Thiercy as well. I never saw him spy Thiercy. I saw him spy Swirlin though.
Yeah, Skrillex and Russ.
I don't think
Nice.
Lamarcus ever said that. Squirrelin's calling Lamarcus wrong but res. Oh no. It might actually just
Because
be actually Lamarcus and Squirrelin.
your team has Lamarcus score. Handshake emoji, yes. I think it has Lamarcus's res, but it has Lamarcus making a lot of mistakes. Oh, but this is a question mark? Also, 50 of them that res is handshake.
Squirrelin is resing me. Okay, Lamarcus. What do you have for us? What is in
Yes,
your bag
Skrillex
of
was rest
tricks?
by Lamarcus, and I think that Skrillex is Morgana resting Lamarcus because he on Merlin by resting Assassin, and it's left hand side and Lamarcus.
Thiercy is indeed
But
picking left
it
hand side.
like left hand side and Lamarcus is a team that assumes that Lamarcus is a VT. Like Swolls is off picking to Raz, which would make sense. Eevee is off picking Lamarcus handshake. He like follows with a bottom one, and then Merlin picks like Eevee and Lamarcus, another
One
bottom
thing I
one.
don't like is like Thiercy and Lamarcus are both talking to Squirrelin on M1. Oh no, M3, which was really weird. I don't know why they're doing that.
Well, Fiercy could be Percival, and Skrillex could be Morgana. He's like,
Okay,
I
yeah.
hate Handshake because he unpicked a Merlin question mark, but like, I don't know, he could be doing some strange things. Oh, because of 1.2. So 1.4 is resting Swolls, and Handshake doesn't unpick Swolls. Right. I think it could be one spy, and but Fiercy is not approving.
So anti-Thiercy is taken. Me Thiercy is taken out by Lamarcus.
Anti-Swolls and Fiercy is a team.
Anti-Swolls. That's what. Yeah, that's the team I was suggesting. But that's a very interesting team. Huh.
This was a team that we said that the 3.1 should have picked. Anti-Swolls Fiercy. At 3.1. This is what we said should be picked.
And then Lamarcus picked 3-3. So
Squirrelin,
that if it fails.
what the fuck are you saying, bro? It's like people are claiming all of the teams, and that's why I kinda like Eevee and I like Handshake because they are not all over the place.
Okay, as I say, I don't think Squirrelin's res asking or saying right hand side could be a team. I don't think right hand side ever is.
Yeah, it says I would go for like anti-Squirrelin Fiercy or
By
maybe
calling
left hand side and Marcus.
him saying right hand side is basically saying Eevee's a spy and the other spy partner is in Handshake and Thiercy. And everyone was resing Handshake, so he's basically calling, what is it, right hand side plus Handshake? Because Handshake was conf resed by
Yeah,
everyone.
it would be right hand side and Handshake, yes. I'm not buying that.
I don't think it's right hand side plus Handshake either.
I mean,
I think
fuck
Eevee's
it.
probably res, so it's impossible.
Fuck it. I
I
will
think
go
it I
for
think it might
this.
just be it
Yeah,
might be
and
left hand side.
I will. Eevee would be Merlin on that, taking 3.5, and then go like, why do you hate me for resting handshake? 3.5 was wrestling handshake, this chat, and he was saying that to whom? To Fiercy? Yeah, this I really like Eevees and handshake chat this game. Fiercy's all over the place. Lamarcus is all over the place. To be frank, Swirlin is also all over the place. Let's see
I
the
think Squirrel
Swirls.
is just a spy though. Like his chat doesn't sound very res like at all. Oh, okay. Well, this is probably failing.
Brilliant
So
Fiercy.
this should be a
Well,
thing.
I'm just very unsure about Fiercy. I prefer left hand side than Lamarcus, but well, Eevee Merlin. I hate 3.2. I hate 3.4. So like I don't know. Both people, 3.2, 3.4, have picked trash in M3s, but with Lamarcus for
Like,
some reason on 3.5 is pressing Swolls. So that's why this is picked.
yeah, but I think this is only clean if it's exactly what Squirrelin said. Like if it's right hand side plus handshake is the only way this
Yeah,
is ever clean.
yeah, that's a valid point.
Because I don't think handshake, Eevee, Swoles, and Lamarcus is the team either. I don't think Squirrelin and Thiersy are two spies. Probably one spy.
Great. And then it's probably Squirrel and Morgana.
And they're waiting on Swoles to vote. Interesting.
All right, so this stall might mean that Swolls is Morgana, and he's like, "Is this my team?" First of all,
You proved it.
yes.
Okay, yeah, no,
All
I'd
right,
probably
we
go
found one.
left hand side.
So it really is left hand side and Lamarcus. I would be very surprised if this is not clean.
Okay, noted. Swole's apt. That's right, Lamarcus, and you rest him for after 3-5. I don't know.
Lamarcus is like discovering what he was claiming by himself. Like it's something new. Like it's a surprise to him.
Oh
So
wait,
like,
Evie is saying I don't think Swoles is a spy.
yeah. Whoa. Oh, okay. All right. What the fuck? What the
Every
fuck
time
is
you think you
going
get
on?
close to solving the green guys, it goes away. It's like
I mean, so is Fiercy Merlin and he threw talking to Squirrelin? I mean, at 3.1 because he said something like, "Oh, I want to see your pic, Squirrelin." I feel like this is when Fiercy was removed from the game. He's like, come
what
on,
is
3.2 with Swoles. I mean, then it would be left hand side and Swoles with 1.1, but 1.5 is sus then. It would be
well,
Swoles after 1.4.
we'll say if Swoles is res, he's probably VT. He's like mega unmerlin at this point.
I would hate Swoles this game, and Eevee is like, I don't know. It would only be Fiercy. Well, maybe Handshake, but Handshake was like talking to Eevee in the way that made me think that he's resting him. It's like forcing him to climb stuff. Merlins usually don't talk like this to their res.
Yeah.
Well, Handshake rests you. Yes. Handshake less you.
Handshake literally said my RNG wheel says you're res, so you're res. Pretty sure. Oh gosh. I get the spine, but 3-2 is
Well, so what is going on? Merlin should be removed from the game, but it seems like Souls is res. Lamarcus has been resting Souls and talking to Squirrelin, so it could be left Hansite and Souls.
Now Eevee's trying to revive. Yeah, they're trying to revive Square. Huh.
Oh, fuck. Or maybe just Spy Squirrelin.
Oh my
Close.
god.
Yes, he's
Oh, what
claiming
is
right
this
Hansite
game?
and Handshake. Eevee, how did you reject Square? Because if it really is Square, then come on. Yeah, I need to say why is this not the team? Because this contains MTU. And MTU failed, Percy. From your POV, that is.
Oh, Lord mercy.
Nola Marcus, what will you do? Do we just go first walls,
Yeah,
counter
he
res?
repicks it.
Right, we
Yeah,
lost, question mark?
interesting. Is it actually just right hand side? No, it's not right hand side plus handshake. That's not a team, surely, because Eevee's res.
Zigzag?
Wait, is it just surely it's not anti-thirsty squirrel in either. That'd be kind of
Yeah, I would just
counterintuitive.
start hating Eevee for 3.5, that makes no sense. And Swoles is just like doing 3.4 for memes, I guess. Like, fuck it, I'm just gonna pick trash. I don't want to win the game.
Well, I will say, if Rez loses this game on missions, I would probably blame mission 3.
Yeah, M3s were like very bad. Complete nonsense. I really like how fierce he sounds this game. Handshake is talking
Yeah,
to
no, I think
Eevee.
Thirsty is Rez, but I don't think Zigzag is the team. I mean, if it is, that's kind of weird.
Oh, we would remove Lamarcus then. If it's not Zigzag. And yes, I
I
also dislike kind of Lamarcus this game. It could be left hand side and Souls.
Is it left hand side plus
I would
balls?
definitely pick what we have highlighted for 4.5.
And Swoles is deciding if he wants to approve. I mean, the problem is he approved what was it, mission 4-3 that he was on?
He doesn't
Oh
have to
no.
approve now
4-2,
anything.
sorry.
Like Swoles at
Yeah.
this current moment, he doesn't have to do shit. It's Hammer, and this team has him.
It's his hammer now, yeah.
Seriously,
I would probably
Lamarcus is
take it.
spying you. You spied SM, and yet you don't rest me. Well, because he doesn't have to be spying Lamarcus back.
Oh, Eevee's basically calling Thirsty a spy now. You spied SM and yet you don't res me.
No,
I can say whatever I want.
he's saying that he's outing Spy because he's not resting Eevee, and from Eevee's POV, that's a valid chat. It's just that it fiercely can be claiming Zigzag. And Handshake was talking, but Handshake was talking to Eevee like Eevee's res.
Oh,
Walls
now
is
left
like,
hand side.
he's talking to his
Say.
coach. He's like, so why did we do 3.4? And the
He's like,
coach
do
is
I
like,
approve? Do I reject? Should I take my hammer this game?
up? Question mark. In chat. And
Maybe 4 question marks.
yeah, and his coach in chat is like, no, you don't have to approve and stuff. He's writing him a whole essay. And Smalls is like, Handshake, what you thinking? Oh,
And he
what?
approved it, yeah.
What?
Oh man. Is it zigzag?
I mean,
No.
this is just interesting to me because Smalls couldn't give a fuck, and he's like, Handshake, what you thinking? Like he doesn't like this team, and he approved it.
So now we're assuming 4-2 is clean. Interesting.
Yeah. If it's not, then Assassin is probably crying, or Morgana, the spy of mission. All right, no chat. Okay, this
Chat
is
has
clean. Okay,
died.
this is clean. Okay, I'm sure now because if it wouldn't be clean, then chat would be full of stuff, and now people are just waiting for repick.
Spies are waiting for a pick or VT are doing. Ah, no, that's probably just
All
clean.
right,
What is it?
Spider.
If it's it, dude, I don't. Maybe it is just zigzag with Thirsty because I don't see what is it.
I wouldn't pick Eevee here.
Anti-Squirrel Thirsty makes no sense.
I would never pick
Like,
Eevee to this team. It could be Squirrelin, but I would never add Eevee. Eevee peaking 3.5 is a fucking grief. If he's Rose.
3-5 was definitely. Ugh.
Yep.
Okay, he's just repicking. Yeah. All right. So the ad is Thirsty or Squirrelin. I'd probably take Thirsty over Squirrelin, but we'll see. But who's the PR of this game? That is the question.
Handshake and Swolls. Or maybe
Handshake.
Lamarcus and Swoles.
I have to say, I think Lamarcus is more PR than Swoles is. Who are they adding?
I would be adding. Oh, depends on PRs because if Fiercey is Percival, then I would. Well, I would definitely add Percy then. But if Fiercey is Maryland question mark and Squirlin is Maryland question mark, I would add Squirlin. But this 3.2 is just so poor.
Oh, Lamarcus says add as Eevee or Squirrelin. So you're just adding Squirrelin, my friend. You're not adding Eevee.
Um,
Eevee is not being added.
but
I'm
fuck,
sorry.
why
That's
did
just
they forget Fiercey? I really liked Fiercey's chat. Oh,
Squirrelin Merlin talk to me in M4. Well, Eevee, I fucked up hard this game, but I'm the fourth blue.
I'm just really sad because Handshake was talking to Evie all the time, but at 3.5 we were like, this is the cleanest is the pick. Like we were saying to Evie to pick anti-Fiercey Squirrelin or left hand side and Lamarcus, and he picks this.
He picks probably maybe the worst mission in his point of view. Um,
Also,
Handshake adds Eevee. Interesting.
this is just sad because Handshake is a conf PR on there. It's Handshake to Swoles, probably, or Swoles to Handshake. Probably Swoles to Handshake.
Darcy brought nothing to the game except saying it isn't square, but finally it is. Huh? Hmm.
What?
That's a chat I don't understand.
But finally it is. It's square. I
It's not
remember
square.
Mayor. I remember Mayor saying like it's square, it's square. Like a few games ago, it was a meme as well. I don't know what people have with square.
Passing to Lamar. No, res picks 3-2.
Yeah,
Pick
no res
3-2.
picks 3.5 as well.
I think 35 committed way more war crimes than 3-2 did. I'll be real.
I mean 3.4, 3.2, 3.5. I have no
Lamarcus,
idea what those
ooh,
people are thinking about.
Squirrelin, Lamarcus, Swoles, and Therisy. Oh no, that's just a no. That's not a pick.
Yeah,
That's Therisy.
Squillen is outed, Eevee's outed. Fiercely solved the game. Alright, let's see.
I'll say if this is the team, Squirrelin is 110% not Merlin.
I would really
So
like to add Fiercey this game. I don't know why, but I just feel like Fiercey is Raz.
say it's not anti-Squirrelin Therisy. So Eevee's not added, but it's just a 50-50 between the two. I think on chat, yeah, Thirsty's been doing a lot more rest things. Squirrelin and Eevee both picked really bad missions in M3. Okay,
Yeah.
what did Thirsty didn't pick an M3 though. Interesting. Although Thirsty's M4 pick was interesting.
Hmm. What did he pick? Yeah, I completely forgot. He picked Eevee and Handshake. He picked left hand side and he rejected. Yeah, I remember. That's when we were thinking about left hand side Lamarcus. But then Handshake is like picking Swoles and Swoles is approving. He's approving Lamarcus. That's why I'm thinking that Swoles is PR. He really pushed the game towards this 4.5.
Lamarcus, please, it's not
Okay,
Eevee.
I'm gonna like unhighlight people off, and I would like to read the people who are on the mission. The only one talking is Lamarcus. He was talking with Handshake just a second ago and passing to Lamarcus. It's like the game isn't solved. And if I would be Percival to Handshake, I would be adding Heavy.
Between Squirrel and Eevee. I don't know why he's saying between Squirrel and Eevee. I don't think Eevee's ever an ad, my friend.
Okay, I guess there are PRs this game, and Fiercey isn't the ad because Fiercey is so assassin, or maybe Morgana, and just Merlin is on M4. You know, maybe that's why Fiercey is just not taken under account. QC trying to rest William was a spy trying to rest a spy. I want Evie. Yeah, I want Evie. For
Okay.
1.5. Yeah,
Well, this is probably a long.
he's Percival to handshake. Lamarcus to handshake.
Oh, it was. Interesting. Anti-Thirsty Squirrelin. That is a
Why is
team.
3.5 supposed to
Bro,
Lamarcus? Supposed to.
why was this picked? Like, why was this not picked in Mission 3?
This should
It
be
was
should
so
have been picked.
logical.
It should be exactly 3.5 after Lamarcus, because look at just come back a second to 3.5. It was Lamarcus, it was Handshake talking to Evie, and Lamarcus saying to rest souls. This was just like given to him on a silver platter.
Yeah,
Evie to
makes sense.
Lamarcus. No, if it's Evie to Lam. Oh, that's why 3.5 is picked. But I wouldn't say it's Lamarcus because of 1.1.
See, 1.1, Lamarcus. I mean,
Lamarcus
a
wouldn't
Merlin
get
induced.
Lamarcus wouldn't get rest that easily if he's Merlin after 3.5. Because this is just his team. 1.1 he just rests walls.
Maybe his coach told him pick 1-1 if he's Merlin. Imagine.
Who's his coach? Well, Lamarcus is on the team
Probably
number.
Tom.
Then I don't think he would say so because Tom is all about the range. And people, like, he's doing unnecessary things, like on picking a spy, only to improve his range, and he doesn't. This wouldn't improve the range in this game, and it also wouldn't
See.
do anything good to him. Souls or handshake? Well, Lamarcus seems like PR. Lamarcus is definitely a PR, and he's Percival to who?
What did Lamarcus pick? Oh, Lamarcus picked clean on Mission 3.
And handshake was solo reg, and I just GM'd him. Oh yeah, the clean was solo regged. That's why it wasn't picked in 3-5. I mean, those M3s were just like. I've seen a lot of games. I've seen every single games besides the game 5, and Raz have rejected every single clean in M3. Every single clean. Besides one game, 3.5 was picked clean. They added to Danis like 3 games ago.
Yeah.
Or it was a
Huh.
previous game.
Interesting.
It was a previous game.
Lamar.
They just. Let's GM's walls.
EV Swolls. Oh, let's see. Probably it probably isn't Swolls and Lamarcus. I mean, Lamarcus, by the ways of the powerful Lord Strom, he's the first one to pick clean. Boom. He must be PR.
Yeah, but like, if it's Lamarcus to Swolls, he has 1.2. He knows that Eevee is good. Piercy's bad because Merlin question mark, and if Swolls is Merlin. And then he has just 2 teams to see. Either Handshake or Squirrelin. He can even 50-50.
And so it
And
could totally be
Squirrelin
like
did 3.2, so yeah, 3.2 was very bad. And 3.4 was very bad. And usually it's PRs who are doing bad things. Like nonsense. 3.2 was just terrible. But Fiercey had a
the
very good
Warriors
chat this
game.
game.
Let's say kind of by the chat you were saying when you're saying Lamarcus could be like Percival. And the reason why he took Thirsty and was deciding between Eevee and Squirrelin is because like he sees Merlin question mark and he knows that Merlin was on mission 4. So Merlin be Handshake or Swolls. I'd probably say Swolls in this case because Handshake rejected mission
Yeah, he
like
rejected
like
clean.
like yeah, he rejected cleaning mission 3, so it doesn't make sense. So yeah, probably Swolls.
Alright, so since we have a second to talk about stuff, maybe you can tell me who do you think is the best Avalon player?
The best Avalon player? Oh dear.
The
Oh dear.
best
I haven't been on
Avalon
this team.
player.
See, I don't really play with many of the big guys on Avalon since I'm still brand new, but let's see. In terms of like logistics, I'd probably say Arm, maybe Arm or Joni. They're pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But then you also have other people. Like Ping is pretty good.
That's
See.
definitely true.
Sorry, Pat, you're not in the top 5. No, I'm just kidding, you're good.
Doc.
Don't worry,
You
Pat.
didn't
I remember
make
the other
games.
game. I almost killed you. Let's go.
One of the 3 games that they've played in like half a year.
He's like, I'm gonna prep you guys up for the tournament and be Merlin literally every single time I press record.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a meme. I don't know why. And every single time I say, please not Merlin. And we fucking get
Yeah.
it.
The start of the video is, all right, boys, we're back again. Gonna play another game. All right, pray I'm not Merlin. Fuck, I'm Merlin. How am I gonna frame this player?
This is the tough life you have to play with Merlin. You kinda have to make someone die. And use what we are
Yeah,
given. Like, if everyone is throwing from your team, you're just losing the game. The only thing you can do, like when everyone is throwing, find Morgana and make Morgana res you. Because this is the only way that you can wake up Percival.
yeah.
Lamar to Eevee. Lamar to Eevee. Oh, I had this. I remember that I GM'd Eevee pretty much instantly at one point. I don't remember why. Yeah, it was here. What happened? It was 4.2 when I insta GM'd Eevee. What did he say? I'll claim bottom once. And once we're bad. Wow. Oh, because, well, I don't. No, it was after. Oh, because 3.5 was bad. Yeah, I remember GMing Eevee because we were sure that he's Ras. We were thinking that both Handshake and Eevee are Ras, and he picked this trash. And then this he said that Souls is Ras. Who did the most? Probably Swolls and Crit. No, it was Eevee. It was Eevee and Swolls, to be frank. But then Lamarcus, but maybe his coach had a read that it's Eevee. I don't think so. It's Lamarcus to Swolls. Fuck it. I think we already had Swolls. Yeah.
Swolls could be Percival, knowing that Lamarcus and Handshake are 2 VTs. He picks but rejects, and he has Swolls to Eevee. Don't you find this 1-1 weird with the sudden change at 2-1? Let's see. Lamarcus and Squirrelin. Then
He means 2.2.
yeah, I would say
Or
2-1 isn't the pick he's talking about. He's talking about 2-2, yeah. Lamarcus picks Squirrelin and Handshake.
what? I mean, I don't know what he's talking about. Lamarcus Swolls. Yeah, this is what I also think. So who's his coach? It's Squirrelin. Squirrelin is from team
Oh, he's
number.
on my team, yeah. I think Arm's coaching.
Oh, Arm is coaching. Yep.
Yeah, which
Good.
makes sense, I suppose.
That's cool. Arm is thinking the same as me. And you. Lemmer to Eevee. Oh, this was the second combo we both mentioned. I don't think so. It's just more likely it's Lamarcus to Eevee. Because the Zigzag just doesn't get anything. Gets no attention. I'm asking why Swolls? Well, maybe because he approved in Crete. Crit 4.2 for no reason. But I remember Lamarcus resting Eevee very quickly. It's probably because of this of fiercely outing Spy by chatting to Squirrelin at 3.1. It was completely unnecessary. But then it was like the Clone Fiesta. Everyone was just outing stuff. So Fiercey got away.
Ah, I would say Lamarcus is Swolls probably. Let's see. I'm not sure why they're not considering Thircy, since Thircy's Morgana, they're not considering that Merlin was on M4, which is why he was banned from being picked. Like he has an argument for a zigzag, but they basically removed it as soon as M4 succeeded. So he should know that maybe Merlin's on M4, or likely is on M4. Because in his point of view, ever thinking Eevee is Merlin is basically saying that what is it? He's first of all picking two res and deciding between Eevee and Thirsty.
Yeah. He's asking why Swolls. Oh, so he's asking Arm why Swolls. With 3-3 to 3-4 downvote does look pure.
I
He
mean,
means peak raging. 3.4. Yeah, it looks sus.
what is it? 3-3 and 3-4. So 3-3 was rejected by handshake emoji.
Yep.
And then 3-4 was rejected by, well, basically everyone.
Of course, 3.4 was making negative sense.
Swalls, Thirsty, Eevee, and Squirrelin.
I hope they
Yeah.
won't take 30 minutes on this shot. They still have 20 minutes.
Man, they should just shoot. I would just shoot Swalls.
I would
I
just
don't
shoot
think
Swolls as well.
I don't think they should really be discussing Eevee being Merlin. Like it doesn't make sense.
And this
Thirsty isn't
chat
under.
is so this chat is like, yeah, he did because Lamarcus was wrestling Swolls, and this was pretty much the only team that Eevee could pick. Because first he was all over the place, so he's not getting picked. And Handshake was.
Swole. Okay, Thirsty says Swolls gives VT vibes in chat. What has he said after Mission 3 failed? I'm curious. Why is he saying that
Yeah,
Swolls?
VT vibes. Okay, let's see the VT vibes in chat. All the rest, yeah, this is a VT vibe. I mean, he's resting
What?
person. Whoa, this is not a VT vibe. What the fuck are you talking about? This guy's failed him too. Evie, what do you think? And then he starts talking to Marcus. Oh, yeah, this sounds VT. Fuck.
If Lamarcus was attacking Squirrel and Merlin, they shouldn't be on M3 together. No, huh?
Nah, yeah, because Lamarcus was shading Squirrelin.
Oh, he's asking Eevee for thoughts. Interesting. And he doesn't. I don't think he said anything after that. But he instantly rezzed handshake, which was pretty interesting. Mhm. Yeah. Let's see. Squirrelin and Lamarcus aren't two res. I think it could be one side between Squirrelin and Eevee, and one side between Lamarcus and Thirsty. And Lamarcus rezzed me earlier, so anti-me Thirsty is taken out by Lamarcus.
Yeah,
Okay, wait a minute.
this sounds VT, to be frank. Sounds VT. But the way he played is not VT.
I don't even think it sounds necessarily VT, I'll be honest. It could just be Merlin basically trying to guide. But he doesn't have to, is the point, yeah? Never mind.
It's just that he is using this type of conversation that doesn't happen often with Merlins. He's trying to use actual logic, and that sounds like deductive. It's very hard to fake. Very hard to fake. Not many people know how to do that. Did Squirrelin say anything? I think Squirrelin and Remarcus aren't the rest. If I wouldn't shoot Swalzen, I would shoot Eevee. Eevee didn't have this chat. Eevee was more like, I'll climb stuff. Well, in that case, Handshake is res. I mean, the thing is, how is Lamarcus? Well, Lamarcus could be just solving Fiercey and Eevee if Eevee is Merlin. But 3.1 Ratch is very good for Merlin. I feel like I'm gonna flip. I feel like I'm gonna flip to Eevee. I'm sheeped by Swolls.
Sheep by the Swolls chat.
Yeah, I'm sheeped that he's VT.
Lamarcus to Eevee. Interesting. That would be a thing. Later, I rest. Oh, wait. So assume I am moored by Lamarcus for stupid chat after 2-5. I think I was moored by my own chat, so providing handshake is VT. Percival knows M2 doubles because I saw Spyju. Hand-sided M2.
And 1.4 was also Sus. I feel we mentioned that. We had a very good takes on this in this video. Yeah, this shot is gonna take a while. Hmm. If you rejecting square. Yeah, this is why I swapped my GM. Because Swolls is sheeping me that he sounds VT. And Eevee did reject square. You know, so I told Eevee to DM me if why he rejected, but if he's Merlin, and I guess I understand why. Spies are just I would not shoot. Okay, Fiercely kind of sheeped me. He said that Swolls has VT chat and double checking, up and double checking. Then I can agree with that. So Fiercely has this history. Has been around for a very long time, and I would say that he can have like a very bad games, but sometimes he has very good games. Like it's either very bad or very good. I think he doesn't have anything in between. Squirrel, on the other hand, he even sounds new. He says like downvote instead of pick crashing. So I think he just came from 10p maybe or Avalon that fun. You know, and Lamarcus is an SH player. I don't think I feel like Fiercey sounded very good. You know, Fiercey sounding very good is like something that shouldn't happen. Like adding Eevee that fast, you know, that shouldn't happen if he saw Percival, unless his coach was like, it's just Eevee. This is the only chance. So I feel like I've already checked because his coach is, but I feel the need to double check. It's Tom. So yeah, Tom would do this. Tom to Eevee I can buy. Tom telling Lamarcus to just slam Eevee, you know, and then we just fucking go. But
Yeah.
um,
Imagine the gut feeling is just still Swolls, but it could be Eevee. I think Lamarcus is definitely PR, and Handshake is definitely VT. So that's the thing. But yeah.
fake framing on Swolls. Yeah, I mean, Swolls approving 4.1, 4.2 is very strong. I don't know how he found Lamarcus Res, but huge. Very good. Lamarcus killed anti-Swolls fiercely. Oh, did he? Well, Arman. Okay, I will try to find it. Did he say something? Oh, maybe because he said that only Eevee and Squirrelin could be added. Yeah, but Tom is probably Morgan Fiercing. Like, if Eevee's Merlin, Squirrelin would be a very good Morgana in this game because Squirrelin was trying to find a team, and right Handsight and Handshake didn't get that much attention. But it was very quick. And 1.5 Handshake isn't picking Squirrelin. LaMarcus is okay with that because Fiercey off picks Eevee with LaMarcus. Doesn't get any info, but that means that M1s are probably good so far.
I think the only thing I'd be confused on in LaMarcus EVA in any general sense is probably the fact that on M4, after Swolls and Handshake were added to it, like, Fiercey wasn't even considered.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like, it assumes that Fiercey was just hard marked. Fiercey didn't get no love this game after 2.5. It's like he evaporated from the game. Not in M3, no one cares about him. Like M4s don't even think about Fiercey. It's pick Raging left hand side from Fiercey. And that would mean that Fiercey probably either morphed himself by the stupid chat at 2.5, which he even mentioned. So kudos for being self-aware. But who did he wrath? It's Swalls? Actually, I
I'm pretty
won't
sure
know.
LaMarcus auto-rest Swolls.
Yeah. Yeah, LaMarcus rests Swalls at 3.5. And it feels like he was feeling like he's rest. Like 3.3 also removes Fiercey. But I wouldn't pick Fiercey after chat on 2.5. Fiercey, who did you rest after 2.5? This chat is so bad. Yeah, just being all over the place, to be frank. But he picks clean before Fiercey says that. So Fiercey res, handshake. Evie, why did you not pick him? Okay, this is where you get marked. Or maybe not yet. Most people already had his. Alright, never mind. I feel like Fiercey was this is something I hate because if Evie is Merlin, then Percival just solved it, just marked Fiercey from chat. And if he just played the game, then Fiercey just marked himself by resting Swalls, if Swalls is Merlin. So we either have to choose something like a logical solve, like game vote pick logic, racing and mechanics stuff, or a social reading situation. And I feel like, it's a social reading situation. It's a social reading situation because Lamarcus is an SH player and he's being coached by Tom. And those players are definitely more social reading. I'm not sure if Spies are aware of that.
So I know LaMarcus is definitely more of the charismatic social guy. But being coached by Tom, I'm not sure if that coincides well. Like they have quite different play styles, but I don't know. Let's see. I still kind of think that my gut feeling is just either Swolls or like it could be Eevee, but I'm just confused on M4. So I'll have to see at the end.
I'm very confused why Spies are not making progress. Evie is Fiercey is pushing his claim. Fiercey has like very good chat. Who's his coach? Seems like a very good spy. Fiercey with. I'm trying to find him right now on the spreadsheet. Fiercey, but I just can't find him. Man, am I going blind? Oh, he's from the Gatherers. So he's being coached by whom? Is it Doug? It's who is coaching him? Is it Bangfazel? Demon? Team 2 coach. Oh, this is very cool. Team 2
Oh
coach.
yeah. I was say some of us made accounts for our teams, so like Spirit Coach is just ARM on a shared account we have.
You just outed that to everyone.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Well,
Holy
you won't know
fuck.
you won't which one you don't know which one of us is coaching, but we are spirit coach, yeah.
Alright. Oh yes, yeah, okay, that makes more sense. You decided that for the video. I just thought it's like arms account, but yeah, it's just
Today,
your teams. Yep.
yeah, today Arm is coaching, I think. I'm not even sure. I haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, it is arm because he was outed.
Oh yeah, Squirrelin outed his coach basically.
Who is Percival and other to the other in Eevee Lammer? Come on. Come on. Just shoot in Eevee and Swolls. They have 4 minutes left. Can you imagine we spent 26 minutes already?
I don't know how you take 26 minutes to decide between a shot. Like, ugh.
This is going to be the longest game because it's already the longest game.
Honestly, if they're deciding between Lamarcus and Eevee, I'd probably just shoot Eevee. Like, I don't think Lamarcus is ever Merlin.
Yep. Come on, let's go. 4 minutes. You will not get much more. But Merlin, who do you want to shoot? He's Lammer more Percy than Merlin. Oh, he sees him as more Percy than Merlin. Yes, yeah, that's true. I'm
All right,
trying to
let's go. They all
solve.
agree.
And they shoot.
Wait, more Percy to Eevee than the opposite. Oh yeah, there you go. But didn't say it blatantly. Yeah, I mean that's true.
3.5 is a
Three
Merlin
five
pick.
is a Merlin pick. No,
Yes.
3-5 is just a terrible pick. Boom,
It's a
easy.
terrible pick, but it's a pick who goes like, Lamarcus, you rest. Come on, I'm gonna follow you.
I mean, I can see it being a Merlin pick. Yeah, it's basically hinting that Squirlin's a spy since Lamarcus is Resin Swole.
Hmm. But I'd probably pick anti-handshake and Lamarcus then. My shot preferences are, you have 3 minutes left. Lammer to Eevee, 2. Lammer to Swolls. Swolls to Eevee. Whoa, Swolls to Eevee? Wow. Eevee to Lamarcus. Alright, for any other. Yes, this is good for combinations.
All right, guys, let's remember this. Your coach said he thinks that Lamarcus is more Percy than Merlin. Let's go ahead and shoot Eevee because Eevee has 2 lines. Come on, let's not wait 3 minutes.
I agree on Lammer. Coach thinks Swolls. Oh, fuck. They have 2 more minutes left. Okay, we are finally getting to something interesting in this situation, in this assassination. Because there's only 2 minutes left, and spies have 2 different opinions. Shoot Eevee. Arm thinks it's Swolls. Arman will be thinking it's Swolls because he's apping in M4. Okay, shooting Eevee. Okay, shooting Eevee. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
Got it.
so like I told you,
Figured it out.
Swolls had a VT chat. This chat was
Yeah,
definitely VT.
his chat was VT, so it just made it. Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah,
Oh,
Lamarcus is Avi
they
Percy, so that
fucking
was kind of an
found
easy
it.
shot.
Yep, they fucking found it. That's really cool.
Let's go,
Alright, we
boys.
did
We get the
it.
W.
Let's go. Let's see you next time.